He's basically a good kid. He doesn't get into trouble.
And you're looking at life in prison. How often were you using marijuana?
I say twice a week.
Nobody uses marijuana twice a week. Find you guilty, sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
This arrogant guy strolls into court like he owns the place, even though he's facing serious time for burglary. You'd think someone staring down a life sentence would be nervous, but nope. He's grinning like it's just another day. What's crazy is how he flips the switch, all polite in front of the judge, but the second he's off camera, he's mocking.
And are you Mr. Yarborough?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You entered a plea of burglary of a habitation with intent to commit felony force. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State is silent on your application, and this will run concurrent with 696403. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, State?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, State?
Nothing from the state.
Defense? All right. Mr. Yarborough, you entered a plea on August 21st of no contest. I've reviewed the stipulations. I'm unsure if it was said on the record, but I believe it was by Judge Angelini. The court is finding that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I believe the PSI speaks for itself. It speaks to the love that his family has for this. I have had many conversations with Mr. Yarborough about him needing that you're going to want an explanation for what was he thinking that day, because he's basically a good kid. He doesn't get into trouble, and he's been taking full responsibility for all of his actions. And I think he's a great candidate for deferred adjudication probation on this, especially when the complainant forgives him, doesn't want him, is fine with him getting probation, and kind of wants them back in their lives. Although there isn't no contact with her, she doesn't have the child. She's the grandmother. So he said it's okay if you keep that no contact while he's on the deferred.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
D. Donna Yarborough.
All right. So before I begin asking you questions,
Yes, ma'am.
I want to tell you something right here now. Whenever my brothers were late for their curfew that my mom set down, you know what they would always try to tell her? I don't belong in a gang. I haven't committed any crimes. I don't do any drugs. So don't give me that, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because people who are obeying the law shouldn't be doing any of that. So how old is your daughter?
Just turned 3 in July 17th.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. And I have another one on the way due in November. Next week will be the mother of my child's 8th month.
All right. And is this the mother of the other child as well?
No, ma'am.
All right. So you're just procreating.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you understand where babies come from?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can't support your children, you should not be having a lot of children. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So why were you smoking marijuana?
Coping mechanism.
It is very bad for a child to come to their grandmother's house smelling like marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think it's appropriate for your children to smoke marijuana?
No, ma'am, not at all.
That's what you did with your baby. Because if you're smoking marijuana around them, which obviously you were, because otherwise the baby wouldn't smell like marijuana, the baby's clothes wouldn't smell like marijuana, we would not be here. Grandmother loves her grandchild and wants what's best for her grandchild. Wouldn't do anything to hurt her grandchild.
Most definitely. Yes, ma'am.
You've been doing things to hurt your grandchild. To hurt your child. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you diagnosed mentally with anything?
ADHD, but that's all. That's no excuse.
No, there is not.
Yes,
You should
ma'am.
not be using marijuana. And
Yes,
the
ma'am.
court is not going to allow you to use marijuana in this court while you're on probation. It is illegal in Texas to use marijuana. If I grant your application for deferred adjudication, and if you use marijuana while you're on probation, guess what? A motion to revoke is going to be filed, and you're looking at life in prison.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's up to you to decide whether potentially going to prison for life is worth that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Look, I try not to judge too hard, but this one, it's tough to ignore. This guy gets caught breaking into someone's home. Burglary. The prosecution's offering 5 years, which honestly could have been worse. But while he's out waiting for sentencing, what does he do? Fires up a joint like nothing's on the line. It's like he forgot he was facing prison. No sense of urgency, no fear, just vibes. Then he strolls into court acting all polite like, yes sir, no sir, thinking that'll fix everything. But it's not about what you say in court. It's about the choices you make before you even step in. At some point you gotta wonder, is this just a guy who never took life seriously, or someone who's already given up? Should one more screw up cost him everything? You decide.
So are you employed?
I will be as soon as I get out. That's no problem.
Have you been employed before? Doing what?
Housing, construction, manual labor, irrigation, road work, Amazon warehouse.
And how old are you?
I'm 26, and
How far did you go in school?
I have my high school diploma and I have my associates in St. Philip's College
And what?
art.
And what are you planning on doing with this art degree?
Really want to own my own business, but it's steps to that. I still have to pick up the knowledge, but
One of my brothers was great in art and still is great in art. You going to get your art degree, translate into, I want to own my own business. Is your art going to be connected to that?
yes, ma'am. Starting cartoons, drawing magazines, trying to get it in the newspaper.
So what
Things like
steps
that.
are you going to take to do that?
Owning my own name, business logo, business account, still learning and picking up the knowledge to do so
All right. And how often were you using marijuana?
twice a week.
Nobody uses marijuana twice a week.
Get drug tested at jobs. So
You figured out when you could get a negative test.
yes, ma'am.
Have you used anything other than marijuana?
Alcohol, but that's occasionally birthdays, holidays, Thanksgiving.
While you're on
Christmas.
probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
This is what the court will do. Court will sentence you to 10 years, deferred adjudication. I'm going to request parenting classes, and you're very lucky that the grandmother didn't want you to go to prison. So we're going to do parenting classes, 200 hours of community service restitution. If he enrolls or obtains a business certificate so you can better yourself and completes the parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So to satisfy those 200 hours of community service restitution, you can go out, do community service hours, and bettering yourself would mean you take parenting classes and you get a certificate or something that shows me you're taking steps to accomplish in life what you want to accomplish.
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time you used marijuana?
5 months ago.
All right, so he should be clean. So when he's released, we're going to do a UA. If for some reason when he's released, it's positive for marijuana, start testing for levels.
And Judge, to let you know, he's set on the DWI tomorrow. I'm not his lawyer on that, but it's a JSAT, so he won't get out today. It'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Okay. Mr. Yarborough, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record from here on out. Everything you do, there are 2 questions you should ask yourself. One, is the decision I'm about to make and what I'm about to do, could it potentially result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is, it could, maybe it couldn't, don't do it. That whole thing that you're doing with your job where you know when they're testing you. So you're saying, well, I use marijuana on this day, not on this day, so I can get a negative test. Don't do that here because it may not catch you the first time, but ultimately it's going to catch you. And then you know what's going to end up happening? Warrant's going to be issued for your arrest. You're either going to make bond or you're not. If you don't make bond, you're going to be at the jail. You're going to be brought over in orange. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And just as a side note, how tall are you?
6'6".
All right,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
And now
Are
he's
you Mr.
back in
Yarborough?
court just 7 months
Did you
later.
review the
Seriously,
document
facing
entitled
life and
Motion to
still
Enter
racking up
Adjudication of
charges.
Guilt and
This
Revoke
time it's
Community
another
Supervision with
DWI
your attorney?
right
And did you
after the
understand
burglary
it?
and his
And are you
last
the same
DWI. And
Didini
don't forget, he
Yarborough
was
who's
bragging
placed
about
on
the
deferred
robbery before
adjudication in
stepping into court.
2022
Sure, he's
CR
respectful now and
8978
talking
for the
about
offense
business
of
plans,
burglary of a
but come on,
habitation
it feels
with
like he only
intent to commit
straightens
a
up when
felony
he's caught.
on
The judge
September
is giving him
28,
a chance, but does he
2023 for
really
a period
deserve
of 10
it?
years.
What
Is
do
that
you
you?
think?
Yes, ma'am.
State.
Violated condition number 1 on or about the 3rd day of November 2023 in Barrett County, Texas. The defendant, Didini Shaquan Yarborough, committed the offense of driving while intoxicated in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, state waives all of the violations.
Any objection?
Objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it's the moral recognition that there be bi-weekly reporting in 90 days of random.
That's the agreement, Your
All
Honor.
right, what is happening with the DWI?
Judge, the first appearance is on the 14th of May. I have incomplete discovery in that case. I'm appointed to that case.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right, what have you done since you've been on probation?
My business certificate, I was a student for SEC, San Antonio College. I have my student ID. I took my TSA, and all I have to do is sign up for classes.
Okay. All right. That's good. So here's the thing. There are other things that you need to start working on too, like your parenting classes. You've already pled true to the DWI, so that means that you were drinking. You're not allowed to drink on probation. I think I tell everybody that, or at least a majority of the people when they're before me on a specific case. It doesn't matter if you're drinking in your house. Doesn't matter if you're drinking in your backyard. Everybody who's on probation, you're not allowed to drink alcohol. So do you realize by drinking alcohol, you're basically saying, oh, I'm okay with doing life in prison. I'll take this drink of alcohol. Do you understand? You're going to have to grow up and realize can't drink alcohol, can't smoke marijuana, can't do any of this on probation. That's what being on probation is. You don't have the same rights and privileges that other people have. You understand? You have a contract with this court. I know you have an agreement with the state. Probation has given me their recommendation, but it's really up to me. So even though they've agreed that you be continued, I could revoke you and send you to prison right now for life. You understand?
I honestly don't think this guy gets it. Judge Boyd told him straight up, if he drinks or smokes again on probation, he's facing life. No gray area. Life. And what does he do? Goes right back out, drinks, drives, and acts like none of that warning ever happened. But here's what really gets me. The judge doesn't even follow through. No real punishment, just more probation like he's suddenly going to change. You can't threaten life in prison, then backpedal when it's time to enforce it. That's how the system loses credibility. So what do you think? Did he learn anything, or did the court just show him he can get away with it again?
Do not come back here for this nonsense. We're always here in the 187 to help people if they need help with drug or alcohol or whatever, or you have some issues. Pick up the phone, call probation, and we'll see what we can do. But you are not allowed to drink. Do you understand? From here on out, everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, could this potentially result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. If it's like, I don't know, pick up the phone, call probation. You understand? All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is finding violation of condition number 1 true. Are you employed? All right. Is there any other issue with him other than this alcohol? Don't report. You could go to prison. You understand? So this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding number 1 true. The court will deny the motion. Court is going to alter and amend conditions to include the following. There's to be 90 sober meetings in 90 days. There's you to report to probation. One time, probation is one time every 2 weeks too much for you all? All right, you're going to report to probation one time every 2 weeks for 60 days. If you miss reporting, they're going to file a motion to revoke. Do you understand? Now, the MRT, that's to help you make better decisions. Do you need help on how to make better decisions? All right. If you do, let me know. We'll give you something. All right. So, and the MRT probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right. That's the court's ruling. We can go off the record, make better decisions. Otherwise, you may find yourself at the prison. And when you go to prison, people will ask you, what are you here for? And you're going to say, well, I drank alcohol or I didn't report to probation. All right. Good luck.